I'm going to attempt to use the classic hot sauce. Actually have enough USB ports on my computer. That's also a fantastic moment. I cried. These sauces finally came in. I ordered them for when Brooke was going to be here so we could all try the last dab XXX. I believe this is the hottest one that First We Feast / Heatonist offers. However, I'm going to attempt to use the classic hot sauce. This is not very hot in terms of Scoville units. That's 3 million. It's the hottest one I've ever seen that I know of. This is significantly less. It doesn't say on their website. It's also garlic. It's the garlic Fresno edition. Fresno. So I don't know what that means in terms of its spice level. Out of their scale, it's a 2 out of 10, so it shouldn't be too bad. I imagine something like Sriracha or Tabasco, somewhere in that range, but I honestly have no idea. They were packaged very nice, by the way. They came in these little boxes, and you open it up, and the sauce was in there. Expensive though, 10 bucks for the small bottle. I say small, for the like not spicy bottle, $20 for the last dab. I don't really know how I'm gonna dip them first, I think, and then, I don't know. It just smells like a salsa. It smells pretty good. Okay, let me pour a little out here. It's a little bit on my finger. Tastes pretty good. It really just tastes like a hot salsa. Essentially a nugget. There's my sauce. I just got out of the shower. I'm sweating. This is great. Yeah, it's like super mild. Well, in terms of the scope of their sauces, it's super mild. Yeah, I'd say like Sriracha level. Like if you had a lot of it, it's gonna hurt. But otherwise, it's not bad. I would totally buy this sauce to use normally. So I'm gonna continue using it. The classic hot sauce, garlic Fresno edition from Heatonist. Pretty damn good. Yeah. I'm going to very quickly show you what I received for Christmas. 1. Master Chief Collector's Edition figure. His joints are stuck. 3 gift cards of different varieties. Target, Amazon, Taco Bell. This HDMI video capture card for this camera, for the stream. Hopefully it's actually 1080p 60 and not 1080p 30. Micro HDMI cable for said camera. Dummy battery for this camera. USB port hub, so I can actually have enough USB ports on my computer. And then, I'm doing this while I'm going live, by the way, which is gonna be an adventure. Dose shirt. Apex logo. This is not good lighting for this. Into the Spider-Verse. Miles Morales logo. Also, asinine amounts of candy that I've just stuffed into my fridge. More candy. It's all pretty standard, really. Nothing that crazy. This is a weird angle. I had this set up for the video capture card, which I have to return because I don't know if you can see. You can't. But there's 2 labels on this. One is for the original Blue AVS capture card, and they stuck the 2.0 over it. On the inside of this is a capture card that is supposed to do 1080p 60 FPS for capturing video from any HDMI source, particularly cameras, and it does not. And any settings I try to change with it would crash it. So much so that today, when I attempted to get it to work one last time, it didn't. So after one day, this capture card from Blue AVS, which is no longer sold on Amazon, weirdly enough, as soon as I got it, doesn't work. Anyway, camera's still set up for that. I've got the Elgato ring light coming in because of Happy Goat's generous $240 donation, which is enough to buy, the ring light, plus extras. I also put the extra money from donations on top of that $240, the other like $25. And then I had a gift card for Amazon that I also threw in there, and then a little bit of my own cash to grab the Elgato Cam Link, which is essentially this, but made by a legitimate company, and it should work just fine. So the Elgato Cam Link is also going to be coming in, I think on Monday, allegedly, so in next week's vlog. Then we'll get that set up, and that'll be game-changing in terms of what my stream looks like, and that's super exciting. However, right now, this camera is just stuck on a tripod, but I wanted to watch Wonder Woman 1984 because, well, it was Christmas Day, now it's technically the 26th. But I'm gonna watch Wonder Woman 1984, see what I think about it, and report back to you. Hopefully it's good. Don't know. Okay, alright, here's the deal. I did record a Wonder Woman review. However, the way I filmed it, it's incredibly annoying to watch, and it was on my ring light at the time, and the dummy battery creates a really harsh buzzing. The music is fantastic, it's Hans Zimmer. People were saying the music was bad. No, it's not. It's Hans Zimmer, it's fantastic. The clip before this, as you saw, I had a couple of filters on just to make it sound better and to be usable because I still wanted to use that clip. But I just don't want to do that for the Wonder Woman 1984 review, so I'm going to give a much more condensed version, because the original clip was 13 minutes. I'm going to give a much more condensed version of that review right now. Some of the key points. My thoughts on the first Wonder Woman movie, fantastic. I think I gave it like an 8 or 9 out of 10. It was a very good movie. I thought the first 2 acts of the original Wonder Woman movie were incredibly strong, and the third act was pretty meh. It was really like a standard kind of boring ending action scene to a movie and just wasn't all that special. Now Wonder Woman 1984 is not that way. Wonder Woman 1984 is very divisive. It reminds me of the divisiveness of The Amazing Spider-Man 2, in all honesty. So the beginning of the movie, it's very campy. It reminds me of like Sam Raimi. The middle of the movie is very just all over the place. Like there's too many plot threads happening and it's just messy. And the end of the movie, besides the fight with Cheetah, who just kind of sucks. The climax, the big climax with Maxwell Lord, the main villain, is very well done. Yeah, I really liked it. And there's also a very big moment where Diana learns some new powers. That's also a fantastic moment. I cried. Like, there's some fantastic moments in this movie. There's some hidden gems of scenes in this movie. But generally speaking, it's just not great. There's a lot of very obvious plot holes and very obvious problems with the movie that really kind of take away from the experience and just make it not very fun to watch. It's also just kind of boring in the middle of the movie. There's just things happening. This is one of those movies that definitely feels like a bunch of scenes put together and not really a coherent story, which is a big bummer because the first Wonder Woman movie was so good, and this one is not so much. Gal Gadot, however you want to pronounce her name, is pretty good in the movie, though some scenes she just looks like she's just saying lines, but other scenes she does a great performance just like in the first movie. I don't know why she's so back and forth. Maybe it's a directing problem, maybe it's just her. I don't know. Kristen Wiig in the movie, she's not very great. She's good comedic relief in the scenes where she's actually being comedic, and she's actually likable in that way. But she's kind of over the top, and then as she becomes more and more into the Cheetah character, it just gets worse and worse. And then Cheetah's CGI, I don't even want to talk about it. It's just so bad. It's Cats Part 2. It's a reason it's filmed at nighttime. Chris Pine is good as usual, but his character is really weird and super odd. Maxwell Lord is a very interesting, kind of cheesy 80s villain. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed Pedro Pascal as Maxwell Lord. I think the villain is honestly one of the best parts of this movie. Also, a lot of people seem to have a problem with, like, the wishing stone thing as being, like, the main plot device. I don't actually mind it, though I do dislike the plot holes that it has. That's kind of annoying. If you really want an in-depth look at the movie, I recommend watching the film theory video about how Wonder Woman 1984 breaks the laws of physics. That's very interesting. Did you know that the closest point of the US to Africa is not Florida? It's Maine. That's something I learned from the film theory video. I also don't particularly enjoy that the escalation of the wishing stone makes it to catastrophic world-ending events. I do like a smaller story. I don't want every character to always have to save the entire world. But my brain kind of fights me. Like, sometimes I think about it and like, that was pretty cool. And sometimes I think about it and go, it sucked. So like, it's very, it's even polarizing to myself. I both hate it and love it that it got so ridiculous and over the top. It's not that I wouldn't watch it again. It's just like, meh. I give it like a 6. It's on the same level as Aquaman. Kind of fun to watch, but like, I'm not rushing to go show my mom the movie. Like, I was excited to watch the movie and show it to her and whatever before it came out because the trailers looked awesome, and then it came out and it just wasn't what I expected, and it wasn't what anyone expected, and it was kind of a huge letdown. If you're expecting like actual trash, the movie won't be that bad. If you're expecting it to be as good as the first one, you're going to be disappointed. Basically, the first 2 acts are bad, and the 3rd act is the good part. So, it's kind of like the reverse of the first Wonder Woman movie, if you really think about it. Anyway, that's my review of Wonder Woman 1984. It's leaving HBO Max, so you probably won't be able to watch it by the time this comes out, or maybe you can, but only for like a couple days. It's not particularly worth your time. But if you want to watch it, I get it. Might be fun to make fun of with your friends. Yeah. Okay, so this is the end of this week's vlog. As per usual, I'm going to go over the work time sheet thing that I always do every single week. So I worked a total of 2,129 minutes for week 82, which is 35 hours and 29 minutes. Came in a little under. That's because I took 3 days off this week. Around Christmas time, it is the way it is. Not really that big of a deal. I'm alright with that. Okay? As per usual, the music in this vlog is by Andrew Applepie. The particular song is from his album 2019, and it is track 3? 5? They're out of order in this. I'm looking at it right now. That's kind of weird. It's called Capricorn. You can also check out my Twitch channel. I do stream every day of the week at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. My streams have been getting real long recently, so you want to check that out. It is linked down below at twitch.tv/SkullHQ, or you can feel free to subscribe here because I do upload a vlog every single week as per usual. You know how it works already, hopefully. If not, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Like the video if you liked it. Favorite the video if it was your favorite. Don't forget to share the video, subscribe for more, and of course, I'll see you later. Take care.